Welcome back to 628 Dirt Rooster Channel, where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. Going into this nuc hive here for the first time this year. They overwintered in this nuc, and haven't been in them this year yet at all. I think my dad might have put a pollen patty on them, but I'm not sure. Now I take that back. I did put some sugar syrup in their feeder, if I'm thinking of the same box, sometime in early January maybe. But they looking good, and I'm about to go in and see if I need to bump them up. I already know I'm going to put a full-size box on that one, so I'm going to go and pick that stuff up. Our nuc boxes have screen bottoms just like our big boxes, so we can start smoking from underneath before we crack the lid. Yep, they got a pollen patty. I know some of y'all thought the beetles wasn't performing anymore, but they're performing live every weekend here in the south. Clean this box up. I'm kind of one-arming it. I'm recovering from shoulder surgery, so hopefully I'm doing this where you can see what I'm doing. My smoker's been sitting here unattended for an hour and 20 minutes. I hope you can see that she is still going. I'm gonna have a smoker video coming out pretty soon. Alright, here's this box open. I just puffed a little smoke on them. They were covering the top bars. It's pretty strong, so they're gonna do good going into a full size now. I am gonna keep that hive feeder in here for now. When I start stacking them, I'll pull that out. So I got space right here for it. I'm going to transfer what I can of this pollen patty over. And it's going to stay together. Look at there. I'll put it on when I'm done. Yeah, it'll have a little bit in it. That's all honey right there. That's all honey right there. Somebody asked me about checkerboarding the other day, and I will checkerboard once in a while when I want to. Most of the time is when I want them to draw out a frame that hadn't been touched yet. And these black foundations, they don't seem to be real fond of. So I've got two honey frames here that are working pretty hard. I'll slide this black foundation in between the two honey frames and see if they will be encouraged to start working that. But we're having still a little bit of cold weather, so I don't want to divide up the brood frames. I want to keep those together, because if it gets real cold, they'll stay on the brood frames and try to protect it, and sometimes it'll cause them to separate into two bunches and they'll freeze out, and it can cause problems. So doesn't always cause problems, but sometimes, so I'm just going to avoid that, and I'll keep my brood together. There's only two brood frames in this box, but they're both pretty strong. I'm looking for the queen right now. Alright, I found the queen on a honey frame. I'm kind of shaky right now, so I hope y'all are catching this. She's a redhead. Beautiful redhead. Let's check these girls that I moved into this full size last week. Things are looking good. There's a beetle. They smell good. It's one of the things, YouTube videos are cool and all, and you can learn a lot from them, but you can't learn the smell of a hive from a video. You can smell when they're happy, when they're irritated, when they're diseased. All those good things that only come from beekeeping, actual beekeeping. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about it, jump right into it. It's really a fun hobby.